Now we will see how our eyes help us to see things. Like what happens, what is there in our eyes which helps us to see things. So for that we need to understand the human eye. So this is the diagram of the eye, human eye. Okay, now the first portion is the cornea. That is the first layer of the eye basically, which is transparent in nature. You are not able to see that because it's transparent. The first layer, see I have mentioned cornea here. The first layer of the eye like this. So this is the cornea. The slight dark line that you see, the first line that you see. So that is the cornea. Next is the lens. So you see this lens, this thick lens. This one, the blue color one. Okay, this is the lens of the eye. What does the lens do? You must know the functions of all these parts. What is the function of the lens? The lens helps us to focus the things, anything that we see. Convex lens, it's convex lens. It's transparent in nature and it's very flexible. You can make it thin, you can make it thick also. It's quite, flexible. Okay, next part is the iris here. Okay, now see, this is the side view of the eye. This is the front view of the eye. So which is the iris? See, first thing in the center is your black, small, this circular, part. That part is called as pupil. Now, next to the pupil, this one is known as iris. This part is known as iris. It's a dark muscular diaphragm which is actually between your cornea and your lens. Okay, you're not able to see the cornea because if you see the eyes from the front, it's like a transparent cover. So if it is transparent, you will not be able to see. Okay, but iris you're able to see it very clearly. So when we say that he has cat eyes, she has brown eyes, he has blue eyes, something like that, the color of the eye is the color of the iris actually. What does the iris do? First function is to give the color to the eye. What is the other function? Iris is able to control the pupil. Right in the center you have the pupil. All the light which is coming from the sun is going to enter inside your eyes and go through your lens through this pupil only. Suppose you're sitting inside the house, inside your homes, and suddenly you come out of your house and there's bright sun. So what will happen? You're not able to look at sun. So what will you do? Suddenly the pupil will contract because pupil does not want your lens to get damaged. So what will the pupil do? The pupil will become very, very small. Now, suppose you are in a dark room, you're not able to see. What do? You open your eyes wide. You want to open your eyes wide. Why? Because the pupil will also become, it will also open wide. Because the pupil wants more and more light to go inside your eyes. What are the two functions of pupil? First is pupil will control the amount of the eye entering in the eyes. It is the pupil who is much more, bothered about your eyes. Pupil does not want your eyes to get damaged in very, very bright sunlight. So it will close. Pupil want more and more light to enter inside. When you are sitting in a very dark room, you're not able to see something. So it is the pupil which will control the amount of light. And for the pupil to open and close, contract and expand, iris helps. Iris is going to control pupil. Pupil is going to control the amount of the light. Is this clear? Retina is here. Look, this behind the eye. This is the retina. That is the retina where the image is formed. Why the image is formed on the retina? This is here. Photoreceptor cells. Photo means light. Receptor means receiving. The cells which will receive the light. Here, because this is the area which is receiving the light, so on this area only the image will be formed. Okay? Because retina is like a screen. Now these two kinds of cells that you see here, the rod cells and the cone cells that you see here, now they have got different functions. The rod cells will be very active in dim light. Cone cells will be very active in bright light. Sometimes when the room is very dark, still you are able to see things. Initially you may not see, but after some time when you get adjusted to the room, you will be able to see things in the dark room also. So because after some time the rods become very active. Okay, initially they are not, but after some time the rods become very active. Retina is the part which has photoreceptor cells. And what are photoreceptor cells? Rods and cones. So now the image is made on the retina. Now your eyes will understand that I am seeing a plant. But how does your brain know that you're seeing a plant and not an animal? Or you're seeing a boy and not a girl? How does the brain knows? So this information, whatever image is there on the retina, that information is taken to the brain through optic nerve. So these are the optic nerve will take the information and is taken to the brain. Are you all able to see the red spot? That is a blind spot. At the place of this blind spot, there are no rods and cone cells. There is no image formed on that particular part. Today we shall stop here. Okay.